Not all vehicles are engineered for endurance. Some will sap your funds, fail at critical times, and make you question your decisions. Today, we're unveiling the 11 least dependable car brands you should avoid purchasing. From defective motors and troublesome gearboxes to exorbitant repair costs, these brands share one trait: disappointment. One brand on this list? It's astonishing. Once celebrated for excellence, it's now overwhelmed by recalls and costly breakdowns. If you're considering buying one, you must hear this first. Let's get started. Kicking off at number 11 is Nissan. Nissan once shone brightly. Models like the Maxima were thrilling, dependable, and crafted for longevity. But after partnering with Renault, quality plummeted, standards slipped, dependability faltered, and their prestige suffered greatly. One of Nissan's glaring weaknesses is its CVT gearbox. Nissan pioneered its use, yet instead of progress, they faced catastrophe. Their CVTs break down prematurely, often before 100,000 miles. Repairs? Expect to shell out $4,000 to $5,000. The Sentra and Pathfinder rank among the worst culprits. Owners face breakdowns and relentless aggravation. But the issues don't end there. Nissan's engines suffer from critical design flaws. Some consume oil excessively, others leak oil profusely. Fixes are costly and problems emerge far sooner than expected. It's no shock that Nissan is swamped with recalls. From defective Takata airbags to corroding body panels, their vehicles seem plagued by one fault after another. Even their infotainment systems are obsolete and prone to glitches. Nearly new Nissans sell for under $20,000. But demand is low. They feature faulty gearboxes, underpowered engines, and dismal reliability. They're a poor investment. Think fuel efficiency is a saving grace? Think again. The Nissan Armada is rated at 16 miles per gallon city and 22 miles per gallon highway. But in real-world conditions, owners report as low as 12 miles per gallon city. That means frequent fuel stops and higher expenses. Claiming our number 10 is Land Rover. The apparent opulence of Land Rover doesn't guarantee dependability. Beneath the polished exterior, it's riddled with flaws. Subpar components, flimsy seals, and leaking sunroofs are just the beginning. Owners endure persistent electrical malfunctions and air suspension failures. If you buy one, brace for regular, pricey repairs. People assume quality and dependability are linked. But Land Rover disproves this notion. A well-crafted vehicle should endure. Yet these struggle to reach 100,000 miles without major issues. A decade ago, their suspension and electronics were chaotic. Tata assumed control in 2008, but the troubles persisted. Resale value is abysmal. A 5 to 6-year-old Land Rover fetches far less than its original cost. Even affordable American and Japanese SUVs retain value better. Nobody wants the hassle. Purchasing one is just the start. Maintenance is grueling. Brakes and tires require replacement every 15,000 miles. That's up to $5,000 spent. Software malfunctions, towering repair costs, and high theft rates worsen the situation. Despite the premium price, Land Rover ranks near the bottom in consumer dependability ratings. A $55,000 Land Rover Evoque has worse reliability than a $30,000 Toyota RAV4. That speaks volumes. Unless you relish frequent breakdowns and draining your funds, steer clear. Number 9 is Jeep. Out of 43 car brands in the United States, Jeep sits near the bottom 10 in sales growth. Over 30 brands outperform it. Can you name that many? If you're using a Jeep solely for off-roading, it's logical. But for daily commuting, it's a disaster. The ride is harsh, handling is subpar, and the interior feels shoddy. Likewise, the technology is outdated. Plus, don't expect velocity. Most Jeeps are sluggish. Every Jeep model draws complaints: Wrangler, Cherokee, Grand Cherokee, Gladiator, Renegade, Compass. None are exempt. Jeep hasn't earned IIHS top safety picks since 2019. Their sales are declining, market share is dwindling, and owners are losing confidence. The brand has repeatedly let down American buyers. The Grand Cherokee and Compass receive heaps of grievances. Once, the Wrangler was listed among the least dependable vehicles, even landing on Consumer Reports' top 10 least reliable cars in 2020. The Gladiator fares little better. Some Jeep owners quip, JEEP means just exhaust every penny, and they're not mistaken. Repairs are frequent, parts are costly, and maintenance expenses mount quickly. Number 8 is General Motors. General Motors has existed for over a century. They've produced some solid vehicles, but many have been utter disappointments. A major grievance is shoddy construction quality. Their cars feature flimsy interior materials, poorly crafted controls, and trim pieces that degrade rapidly. Their paintwork is uneven, causing premature corrosion issues. Even their trucks, like the Silverado, have faced drive shaft vibration problems for years. Mechanical breakdowns make them tough to recommend. Some of their worst errors include undersized head bolts in the Northstar engine, leading to catastrophic engine failure. Their transmission control module issue impacts hundreds of thousands of vehicles. Tragically, GM is aware of this flaw, but leaves customers to foot the bill instead of addressing it. Many models have faced recalls over the years. The 2014 ignition switch recall was among the worst. GM only recalls vehicles when legally compelled, not when it's ethical. Customer service is an utter failure, with one-star ratings abundant. Complaints about ignored warranties, shoddy repairs, and sluggish responses keep accumulating. At this stage, GM has lost its direction. If you seek a vehicle that endures, look elsewhere. Number 7 is Chrysler. This brand is notorious for cheap materials, flawed engineering, and frequent breakdowns. Their interiors seem fragile, almost like they're crafted from recycled plastic scraps. Owners report their vehicles disintegrate too quickly, and Chrysler has done little to rectify this. They hasten production, resulting in poor assembly and substandard fit and finish. Quality control has been problematic for decades. Chrysler has changed ownership multiple times. Daimler-Benz, Cerberus, Fiat, and now Peugeot, yet the issues persist. Even their most popular models have flaws. The Pacifica minivan and their sedans have faced multiple recalls. Engine stalling, defective cruise control, and gear shifters causing rollaways are among the issues. Roughly 15,000 Pacificas were recalled in 2018 due to engine control software failures and battery defects. Repairs are costly, as RepairPal indicates. The average annual repair cost is $608, above the industry average. Don't rely on the warranty. Dealerships often blame owners to evade warranty work. Even when they comply, the process is agonizingly slow. Many owners pay out of pocket to avoid the trouble. Number 6 is BMW. Let's be honest, if you've spoken to a BMW owner, you've likely heard familiar complaints. High maintenance costs, constant repairs, and overly complex engineering. And they're correct. BMWs demand frequent part replacements, suspension components, cooling systems, and even gaskets. Their engines are highly stressed and over-engineered, meaning components wear out faster and repairs are exorbitant. The N2 328i has timing chain issues, the N55-powered 335i leaks oil, and the N63 V8 constantly drains its battery. The trouble worsens with used BMWs. A brand new M4 costs over $80,000, but after 10 years, you can find one for $25,000. That price drop lures buyers who can afford the car, but not the maintenance. BMWs aren't designed for long-term dependability. They're crafted for performance, prestige, and driving thrill. When issues arise, BMW is slow to assist. They prolong warranty claims and refuse to address major problems unless the vehicle completely fails. Owners face delays, ignored complaints, and abysmal customer service. Additionally, BMW dealerships employ aggressive sales tactics, selling buyers on the allure of luxury, only to leave them with years of costly repairs. And don't forget, they recalled over 720,000 vehicles due to faulty water pumps that could ignite. That's not just costly, it's a serious safety risk. Number 5 is Mercedes-Benz. In the 1980s and early 1990s, Mercedes was engineered like a fortress. But around 2000, things shifted. They adopted water-based paint, leading to premature corrosion issues. They also packed their vehicles with intricate technology, impressive when new, but a headache to repair post-warranty. Mercedes vehicles demand high maintenance. Their dual-clutch transmissions and turbocharged engines require regular servicing. Neglecting oil and filter changes can cause severe issues. The 7G-tronic gearbox, used in most models for the past decade, requires timely servicing to prevent damage. When problems occur, repair bills easily soar into thousands. Luxury should deliver a smooth, quiet experience, but Mercedes falls short here too. Hydraulic engine mounts degrade, causing excessive vibration and noise. Air suspension components fail, leading to uneven ride height and poor handling. Even gearbox mounts wear out, contributing to rattling and cabin noise. Fuel efficiency is lackluster. Mercedes prioritizes performance over economy, so expect poor gas mileage, especially in urban driving. If you're enjoying this content, press subscribe and give it a thumbs up. More rankings are coming, including the most dependable car brands at the end. You won't want to miss it. Number 4 is Jaguar. A quick Google search for Jaguar instantly highlights its poor dependability. Jaguar ranks 29th out of 32 for reliability. A major issue is self-destructing Ingenium diesel engines. Owners also report failing infotainment displays, non-functional gear selectors, and seat electronics that malfunction. Jaguars appear stylish but are wholly unreliable. They aim for luxury but fall short. On average, a Jaguar costs $1,123 annually to maintain, well above the industry average of $652. They also require more unscheduled repairs yearly than most brands. When something fails, there's a 14% chance it's a severe issue. Their interiors seem dated. Jaguar hasn't introduced major design updates since 2014, making them feel stale and uninspired. Their after-sales service is equally poor. Customers frequently complain about lengthy wait times and subpar support. The Jaguar F-Pace is a prime offender. It suffers from instrument cluster failures, overheating engines, and inexplicably drained batteries. These issues triggered 12 manufacturer safety recalls and a ranking as the least dependable vehicle in 2019 by Consumer Reports. Number 3 is Volkswagen. Volkswagen has a mixed reputation in the US. Some view it as a piece of heritage, while others see it as unreliable. Either way, it's not the wisest choice. Repairs are costly and complex. Many mechanics are unfamiliar with Volkswagen's layout, making even basic fixes challenging. Unlike Japanese brands, which most mechanics can handle, VWs still confound repair shops. Since many parts must be imported, repairs take longer and cost more. Volkswagen's engineering is a double-edged sword. Their engines are robust and corrosion resistance surpasses most, but electrical components fail frequently. Sensors, software, AC compressors, and infotainment systems cause endless headaches. Their reputation suffered further with the diesel emission scandal. Numerous recalls have occurred. The NHTSA recalled nearly 80,000 Volkswagens due to defective software. This caused dashboard displays to fail, making speedometers vanish and rear-view cameras stop functioning. That's not merely inconvenient, it's a safety hazard. Some argue an 8-year-old Jetta outperforms an 18-year-old Corolla. But with Volkswagen's dependability issues, costly repairs, and software failures, many owners regret their purchase. If you want a vehicle that endures, look elsewhere. Securing number 2 is Audi. This brand is visually stunning. It looks premium, feels luxurious, and drives superbly when new. But that won't last long. First, Audi ranks just above the industry average in J.D. Power's long-term dependability study. That's underwhelming for a luxury brand. A few owners boast about reaching 100,000 miles, but 200,000 miles? That's a struggle. The engine, fuel pump, and electronics will challenge you at every turn. Repairs are exorbitantly priced. A fuel pump replacement costs around $2,000, and that's just one instance. Owners also report persistent electronic failures, warning lights that stay on, and vehicles failing well before their time. The Q5, for example, may need towing because every car alarm triggers simultaneously. You don't want that. The brand is fixated on complex technology, meaning more small parts that break easily. Even routine maintenance is frustratingly expensive. Dealerships eagerly welcome your Audi for service. But if your warranty has expired, prepare to pay heavily. With limited Audi dealerships, expect long repair wait times. Fuel efficiency? Decent, but it won't save you. Owning an Audi is like a luxury pitfall. Finally, at number 1 is Volvo. It may shock you to see Volvo here. The brand is renowned for safety, but safe doesn't mean dependable. Consumer Reports gave the Volvo XC40 a below-average dependability rating for 2022 and 2023, with multiple issues noted in tests and owner feedback. Even 2024 models show only marginal improvement. Some of the worst models include the 2021 XC90, 2022 XC60, and 2023 XC40. Owners report climate control malfunctions and in-car electronics failing. In short, Volvo suffers from electrical issues impacting the engine and other critical components. Fixing these isn't cheap. You'll need frequent vehicle inspections, and repairs aren't minor costs. On average, owners spend $769 annually on maintenance. Over 10 years, that totals $13,513, more than many superior, more dependable brands. Brakes have also been a significant issue. A recall was issued due to a software failure that disabled braking assist. That's a critical safety risk no one wants. Volvo's design and comfort are its strongest assets. But for long-term dependability and repair costs, it's a brand to reconsider. There you have it. 11 car brands you should never invest in. Subscribe, like, and share for more insights.